Good afternoon, and welcome into another Titan Talk. Good news, I pressed the right button at the start of the show. So that's step one today. We're on the
off
up
to
and
a
up.
good start.
I was already like, can we get through that?
Everything's going gravy.
Kilgoon joining us once again, but this time round we have the amazing, long-time resident Caps Lock Fury. I hesitate because I'm trying to remember your actual name.
Be a bit much.
But Caps Lock is with us today to go over Artio. Kilgoon, obviously this is technically an earlier look at a character in the game, based off what's going on in the calendar. I guess.
This is a much earlier patch preview day because of the upcoming holiday next week of Thanksgiving. So in America, it's a big holiday. We eat turkey and pumpkin pie and get together with our families and watch a lot of football. Am I missing anything from the holiday? That's pretty much it.
No.
And so basically the whole country is going to be shut down on Thursday, and most people don't work on Friday. A lot of people will not be working on Wednesday as well. We're not going to have a show on Wednesday and Friday of next week. Because of that, this is a shorter patch window for us. We're still going to patch on our normal 2-week cadence, but we just don't get quite as long to work on it. Yeah. So we're going to be PTSing this update starting tomorrow. Our final build is tonight at midnight. So everybody's got to get all their stuff in, for what we're PTSing by tonight at midnight. Then we'll be starting PTS tomorrow. Running the PTS through the weekend, so feel free to log in, play some customs, let us know how things are feeling. And then the patch will come out a week from Tuesday, kind of on the normal cadence. So, but we only have basically Monday and Tuesday of next week to kind of fix things before people are out for Thanksgiving. Yep. And some people are just going to be out all next week. Like Charlie's out all next week. So to make the every 2-week cadence work with this rare holiday in America, we're talking about some of the stuff that's in the patch today. We're going to go through balance. We're just going to talk through Artio. We're going to talk through some of the skins a little bit. It will be a slightly lighter patch than normal, or the last couple at least, because it's a shorter time period. But there's still a ton of stuff in here, and hopefully y'all are excited.
Yeah, so too long to read today.
Bears.
PTS will be up afterwards. Well, yes, Bears. We'll get to that for sure. PTS will be this weekend, so we're actually showcasing some stuff that will be part of the PTS and go through pretty much what you'll be able to see in game and just kind of go over it real quick. So without further ado, I guess Caps, it's time for Artio. You were running point on Artio here.
I was. I like that DK Chubbs in chat noticed my shirt, the 3 bear moon.
Oh,
it's
that's awesome. I love it.
It's the 3 bear moon.
Less bears than I've witnessed. But yeah, so Artio, you've been preparing her, getting her ready for release, and I guess we can go. Do you want to go straight in the game?
Yeah, I mean, sure. We can talk as we go.
I don't know. You did get some abilities in. Okay.
Technically, the first goddess I worked on, but
yeah, then we changed the schedule.
I got through like most of her base kit, just putting it in, and then we were like, oh no, let's do ESET. So
let's move on.
I swapped.
Well, here's a little look at Artio in game. Bear with me while I just double check the audio.
One thing I'll note, you may notice we're on the assault map.
Yeah.
And we have got the lighting updated on the assault map to use the new conquest lighting. So this is, and if you go into like the little side areas, you can see it's got the jungle gobos, and so hopefully it feels good for all the assault players out there. So we will continue to update lighting, where it makes sense, but we were able to get the assault lighting in for this update, despite it being a short update. So.
Yeah, just to be clear as well, chat, obviously as time goes on, we will continue to make improvements, but I think the worst thing is like we literally just got it in Conquest, and it was like, now do the other maps! And it's like, we just need a beat, but it is going to come, it will continue to improve, and that's a little look at the lighting on this map is why we're here. But without further ado, Artio, tell me, where do we start?
So, Artio, porting her, just looking at like +1s, right? As a stance swapper, and like how she plays is very fluid.
Yes.
She is constantly using abilities, constantly swapping, constantly hitting people, trying to keep stacks up. So I didn't really want to mess with that much. So my +1s, I didn't want to like go crazy and be like, oh, let's add a whole new crazy thing to her kit. So a lot of her kit is pretty similar to what it was in SMITE 1. As for +1s, we did add a hybrid scaling. I know people will like look at that and be like, well, it's just scaling, but
it does change the way you build and play the character.
It does let her. You can't really see the strength right now, but energy surge, you can see there's strength scaling on that, and it's pretty big actually. Her 3 doesn't have any in druid form.
Okay.
But if you look at her bit like how I split the scaling is her bear form has way more strength focus on it.
Okay.
The druid form is going to be more of an int focus. Yeah, sorry.
No. I'm just
Again, this is an early look, so we
Right
don't
now.
have the tooltips in yet. Tooltips will be
will
coming
be in
in before
tomorrow.
PTS. So.
For context, Caps wasn't aware we were doing this show today as a heads up,
Yeah.
and so was doing his best to get as much in as he could, and was stressing that we didn't have tooltips. They will come in time, okay?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why we're here to kind of talk through it all.
Yeah. So those tooltips will be in tomorrow.
Going back, strength, bear form is kind of the focus of that then. So like, being a bear.
Bear form's
you see more strength scaling.
more of a strength form. And really the close range abilities is where I went for strength.
Right. Okay.
Whereas the longer range abilities have more int. They still don't have a ton of int, so she's not going to be like completely burst maging you down. But you're probably going to want to build more hybrid or focus pretty heavily on strength and play a very close range bruiser. So it does change how you build a bit.
Yep.
Second,
Build a bear.
yeah, moving
a
on
bear.
to more +1s. Her druid, her 1.
That's a good skin that you can combine bits and pieces.
That sounds easy for the Artio.
That's not my problem, but yeah. Anyway.
So druid, her 1.
Yeah.
Just talking to people, and thinking back to.
Oh.
Yeah. Also, she has. A
Yeah, I was
ranged
gonna.
auto
I
attack
thought that's
in
where we were gonna start. Was like, hey, we gave
can
her
start with
ranged
that.
autos.
Yeah, let's start with that.
Okay.
Ranged auto in druid form, specifically. This kind of lets her trade more. It lets her force engagements in duo lane. She can kind of poke at the enemy guardian from a safer range than she normally could, and gives her a lot there. It also just gives her more like tower pressure and just there's a lot of reasons that a range basic attack is better. It's a little bit of a shift because range basics obviously have a worse movement penalty than normal, and Artio does respect that. Her ranged basic still gives her the same movement penalty as a normal range basic would.
So,
and
but
in bear
in
form,
the bear form, she has the melee.
bear form she has the
That's cool.
so she's a bit faster. You can see that.
Cool.
So that comes with a little bit of a shift, but I think the benefits outweigh the weakness there.
So for those that have played before, obviously the first ability, kind of a cone ability, does a heal to you, deals damage.
Yes. So,
but it does look a little bigger on this.
Yeah.
Am I crazy?
a little bit.
Okay.
You're going a little crazy. I didn't actually increase the range of this, like the actual range, but her heal, I think a lot of people might not even know in Smite 1. It actually heals all allies around the target you hit.
Yeah.
It shoots projectiles to all of them. It's pretty hard to do that.
It was very short range.
And it's very short range. That is what I increased here.
Yeah.
So
you heal more nearby allies.
Yeah, the range at which an ally needs to be from the target you're hitting is much higher now.
Okay.
So you should have an easier time healing up your team as opposed to yourself.
When you talk about range, obviously, I mean, you can just give metric numbers most of the time, but also, I guess, like, as a Baron, too, as an example? Is it kind of...
It's way closer to Baron 2.
Okay.
Before, it was, like, I think less than half the size of Baron's 2. So it was really close range. And it's a pretty cool card of her kit, and it felt really restrictive, and I think a lot of people wanted, like, the ability to support their team better with her.
And then, was there anything else on the one?
The one, I didn't change anything else on, no.
Okay.
It was just, I increased the range of that.
It says the range is minus 0.01 meters.
Don't worry. It's
I just thought that was a funny...
Don't pay attention to my current numbers.
Pay no attention to man behind the
Second
tooltips.
ability, Entangling Vines.
on it.
A lot of people will remember this, but really, this is kind of an AoE cripple field, as you can see here.
And it provides protection to allies, right?
No.
No? I thought it did this one. Okay. I misremembered this ability.
It reduces enemy power. For enemies standing in it.
Okay.
And she cripples all the enemies that are in it with her. You can also just interrupt dashes with it. So like an Aladdin is dashing at you and you activate this, he'll stop before he hits you. But this ability and her Druid 3 are pretty similar to where they were in Smite 1. I didn't really change these too much on her base kit. They do pretty much the same things.
And then the ranged heal, as always, which will be a route at the end.
Each hit gives you slight heal, deals damage to the enemy. It slows them stacking, and then it's the last hit. People who played our last BTS will notice that it's a bit slower now.
The speed was faster.
It was pretty fast before. I slowed it to something closer to Smite 1, and I made the slow work a bit better for it. So.
Okay.
it stacks a bit stronger now because it was very inconsequential last PTS, but the ticking was faster.
So that's all the druid form?
And then there's also, doesn't her ult have different things based on what stance she's in? Or is it just as you rank it?
No, her ult just gains...
Because I thought it was like movement speed or MP5 stance or something.
It's always both.
It's both. Oh, interesting. Okay.
You get both MP5 and movement speed from her ult when you land ability hits.
Okay.
That still happens. I did add a little bit of a +1 there. Those stacks fall off slower. I don't know if this build has that.
Okay.
It might not, but they do fall off slower. They'll be falling off slower in PTS tomorrow. So
cool. That's the druid
can I
form?
have my volume raised a bit? Can they not hear me?
It's just move you a little bit closer to the mic.
Yeah, it might just be that my mic's not.
We're so
close
used to.
enough.
If you notice how
Sorry.
close we get to these, we're always like on top of it. Also deep voice too.
Yeah.
So bear form. Moving on. Obviously, first ability, the double swipe.
Yep, double swipe. It's
Classic.
pretty similar. I changed the timing on this a little bit. It's still a cone. I think it feels better,
Okay.
but there's still room to adjust, right? So I'm probably going to be watching PTS. I'm always watching people's streams on the first PTS, so I definitely will be adjusting this if people feel like it's too off. But
So the first swipes, then 2 is the standard.
the 2 is standard.
stun?
It's a stun around you. You gain protections when you hit
You see the glow?
enemies
Yeah.
with this. Yep. Also
then-
very similar, and the 3
Okay,
is
and the 3?
still very similar. I
Very
think
similar.
people will see it and be like, "Oh, you didn't really change anything."
Yeah.
Kind of true,
Right.
so far. But Bear is very similar. Druid is very similar. Very slight changes to her kit.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to mess with her that much because she is a character that is like
Very
she
s-
lives and dies by
Sure.
like the flow.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
very solid all round in a weird way, but
Yeah.
her flow of the kit needs to really kind of.
And her abilities, her abilities were always simple. They were always like simple, but you used a lot.
Because
of
you have
them.
6 of them.
And like
yeah.
the skill of Artio is being able to weave them and do things properly to get the most CC you can.
Awesome. What was there anything else we needed to discuss about base RTO?
No.
I'm gonna make sure.
So
But-
TLDR for
TLDR.
major changes.
Yeah.
Ranged basic attacks respects the ranged basic attack penalty while in druid form, and the melee basic attack penalty while in bear form. Has increased heal radius on her 1 when she hits the 1, and has hybrid scaling.
Yes.
And other than that, largely true to the RTO that you know and love,
Yep.
or don't love playing against if you play high mobility.
Yeah.
Mods. And then the aspect though, it's where things get a little crazy.
Aspect.
I realized as I'm in Assault, I might not be able to do some of the things I wanted to do. I should show off Conquest at the same time though. So before we switch over to, if I switch over to Conquest, we can just come back out.
Yeah,
and I'll
yeah, we
show
can swap
RTO there.
to
Yep.
Conquest.
Trying to make it because I realized I can't go back to base to use
You're
the
showing
aspect.
the screen still. I don't think you're gonna spoil
You're
anything,
right.
but-
Yeah.
Disaster. There's
Be
11.
careful,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we're in the dev
Mistakes
play, right?
really
Yeah.
made there. It's okay.
So aspect, I was in Arizona when the last stream went out, and I saw that teaser, and I thought it was a really good one. Actually.
Thank you. I do my best with those.
So
The teaser- Bears?
Bears.
Aspect is ambitious, I would say.
Oh.
I got a little
you have
ambitious with
Slack?
it. This is where I did my cooking.
Can you? I have a specific image.
Oh, that image.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
I forgot about. Let me make sure I.
These shows always all over. I'm like trying to be prepared.
No, it's okay.
We'll get there. We'll get there. It's fine.
Where
I'm still
is this?
getting RTO up. Okay, turn on my aspect of. What's it called? The aspect. Aspect of bears?
It's called the aspect of the dead mother. Is
Yep.
what I've called
That's
it.
that's not a bad aspect then.
It's good. I like it. It says bears, but in a slightly more formal way.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
So this aspect, a bit more complicated. Definitely a little crazier than we would normally do for an aspect, I think. Which is probably, maybe I have too much hubris.
I think that's one thing to get ahead on already because I know everybody's gonna be like, is this the future of all aspects? Because now everyone's gonna get hyped about it.
But this had a lot of this really, a lot of things came together to make this possible. It
Right.
was, I had worked on RTO earlier than intended because this was supposed to be my first goddess. So I already had a lot of the kit done. So I had time to go a little crazy. We had our artists went nuts to get this. So there was a lot of work by a lot of teams, actually, that all went together to make this possible.
And by doing this, we also commit to more work every time we ever do a skin for Artio in the future.
Correct.
True. This does also maybe increase our workload a little bit. But
it's cool. And sometimes you just got to do cool shit.
It was very much,
Sometimes
I came
you
up with a
gotta
cool
just do cool
idea,
shit.
and
It was a cool idea. It
And-
does make sense. Can anyone chat guess where we're going with this already? Because I feel like we're beating around the bush and sometimes.
yeah, we are beating around the bush.
We're
as
kind of
you get into the
mostly
game.
killing.
You're helping
time.
me out here.
Yeah.
But
Here we go. Are you ready?
yeah, let's go. Let's go for
It's
it.
a smite cart going down mid lane. First thing to
Alright.
mention real quick before we even talk about more about the Artio and the aspect is the reason we kind of didn't go on Conquest to begin with was we've seen a couple of texture changes to the ground. in
Yes,
the
the
game.
ground
So
textures.
we're updating the ground textures kind of across the map. So this is still a little bit work in progress, and what you see on PTS, you will still see work in progress.
Yeah.
Like some of the parts where some of the ground the color doesn't quite match up with the rocks. So we need to improve how that flows together a little bit. But we're trying to add a little bit more.
Don't do that.
more detail, a little bit more
You're
like
spoiling.
variation in what you see. Also, one of the things that was important about this pass is we're trying to make the floor overall a little bit darker. The floor was just like too bright previously, and that made it harder to read combat and made the game look bad. So this is not completely done yet, but this will be going live with the update. You'll be PTSing it tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll be able to get everything cleaned up by the time the final update goes out. If not, there'll be some more changes to come after that. But I think it's definitely an improvement and steps in the right direction.
And why we kind of hesitated on showing you Assault earlier, just to showcase the light in there, but also to get to this point. So, finally, back Artio.
Back to Artio. So I think first things first.
Yes.
Pull up your one targeter.
Okay. One target. Whoa.
You'll notice that's a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why is it so big, Caps?
So this
You just
aspect.
did.
I didn't say
Mine
anything.
The face
I
was
didn't say
enough.
anything.
The face was enough.
So just to sort of explain how this aspect starts, because some people already also noticed her ult icon has changed.
Yeah.
This aspect, you can still swap stances. This is not just Druid.
Okay.
You can swap stances when you're in the fountain only. And the second you leave fountain, all your abilities are enhanced.
Okay.
And you gain new things. Your cooldowns change quite a bit.
Okay.
But first things first, you're one.
You're
It's
one.
much bigger in this
It
form.
is.
You can use it at a much further range than normal. Which again still benefits from the increased ally range as well.
Okay.
Which means you're gonna get a lot more healing out of this ability. Like in a team fight, you can hit way more people.
Yep.
You'll see way more healing sprites go out. Just first things first. Second, if you hit your entangle,
Boom.
notice your health bar.
Why is my health going down?
It's not going down.
Oh,
That
it's
is a
not.
physical shield.
That's a shield that's popping
Yes.
up. Okay.
And it gives it to all your allies as well. It's a rapidly increasing shield.
Oh, I thought my health
stacking
was just
over
going down at first. I'm like, no, okay.
No, the
So it's
red.
stacking shield as you and when teammates are near it, it's going to give them.
Yes,
that
it
too?
gives them shield too.
Awesome.
So everyone within your entangle range is getting a physical shield, which is why it's the red / pink shield.
Okay.
And while your entangle is active, you can hit people with your one from range, right?
Okay.
Hey, you crippled them.
From range.
So you get 2 seconds.
I didn't know some of these things.
You get 2
Oh my God, I
seconds.
was like, what?
I think I told you this in the playtest.
Maybe. Yeah.
So this and her 3, I think in this form doesn't really change that much.
Oh, that's a shame.
It's basically the same.
Nothing else has changed. So.
So still the
but-
3, still the root, still the range. Okay.
Yeah, this lets her play as a wave, like more of a ranged guardian enchanter kind of play
Yeah.
style. She stays near her allies. She can give them a shield. She stops people from dashing in on them.
But-
she can still extend her range and get some control out.
Nerf already, says chat.
And once again, remember, when you're in Druid form, in the aspect, you don't have your bear form. You don't have your bear
doesn't
abilities.
work.
Instead of having 6 abilities, you now have 4.
Yeah, and you can't dash because Artio's druid form doesn't have a dash.
So mobility on the druid a little bit lower.
you've got a bit
However,
lower
more
mobility.
cripples, more range in your cripples, more sustain.
Yeah, you don't have
Yep.
the stun from bear form. You
Yep.
know.
Yep.
Yep, and you lose all access to things in bear form.
So what the frick does the ult do?
So the
now,
ult, you can fire it if you want. It hits both allies and enemies. So you might want to.
Allies too.
You might want to.
Okay.
You summon a bear and it charges
Oh,
forward.
we got a shield too.
Obviously,
Obviously, audio.
there's no
is
sound.
We don't have audio yet. Sorry.
Still working through things as
Unfortunate.
PTS. So
Yeah.
you will be silently killed by a bear this week.
This
I
isn't
expect.
this isn't the fully finished.
So this
but
does damage and it looks like it roots. Is there any additional
it
effects
roots.
there? Okay.
Does damage. It shields allies, so you can see
Yeah.
the shield on Odin. That's an Omni shield, and it also gives all your allies a movement speed increase.
Interesting. Okay.
So it's a big team fight ult. Everything that bear touches gets
Goes over
gets
walls,
a
right?
benefit to you. Yes, it will go. through
Yeah,
walls.
you see. Okay. Cool. So that's the ult. And that's the
it's
aspect.
it's a
right?
bit slower, trickier to hit actually because of the startup roar for the
Yeah.
bear. This isn't
The audio cue that I've heard in games.
this isn't
they
as
sound pretty good
automatic
to it.
as
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a Chunga from Smite 1.
Sure,
You're not just fully stunning a team fight freely. You do have to aim this a bit.
There's a little bit of wind up too, so people
Yeah.
can see it coming.
She's gonna have a cast animation for that too. She doesn't have one right now.
Yeah, hopefully by tomorrow.
The ult,
PTS.
the ult does scale. You get scaling damage on it.
Okay.
It's int. Again, Druid is very int, and that lets me in this aspect bring up the int a bit more. I think I gave her a little bit of extra scaling on the one. It's not a ton though because that ability is huge. So I didn't want it to be annihilating like an entire team fight.
But I mean, in terms of places, what I've seen of her sustain seems pretty good. Her frustration to deal with is classic.
Yeah.
Not to say like she's over frustrated, but she is frustrating with all the cripples and CC she brings and the sustain for a team.
Yes,
so.
she is.
Druid form.
She's much more of a enchantress, much more stay with your team,
Yeah.
peel off of them, than she is an engage.
But,
we have bear form.
We do
which
have bear form.
is also a thing.
Yeah.
and this is kind of like Achilles. You can only change when you're in the base, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
once
If
you
you-
leave the base as Druid, you're Druid. If you leave the base as Bear, you're Bear, and you can't switch
Yes.
back.
So bear, if you hit an enemy with your one,
With my claws. Okay, I'm going to hit him with the claws.
hey, you'll notice there's a bleed.
He's
right?
bleeding too.
Bleeding.
Yeah. I see bleed.
Makes sense.
This also applies to your 3. So
Okay, so hit him with
I think in PTS that bleed was also on her normal form. It was not supposed to be there.
Gotcha.
A little bit of a spoiler on accident. But she gets a bleed from both her 3 and her 1.
Yeah.
Her 2 can consume that bleed, and
Okay.
it heals her.
Oh.
So
you do that?
yep, and it does bonus damage.
Okay.
So you want to get bleeds on people and then use your 2 to stun, which gives you the most damage. It heals you. It's pretty good for her own
Sustain,
sustain and lane.
stun, additional dot.
She's way more bruiser in this form. Very in your face, chasing you down, getting stuff.
Very strong solo lane.
Yes, our play so far, she has done very well. So, but I could also see her like playing jungle with us, and being a pretty strong jungler.
Okay. So 1 claws, double tap steal, but there's a bleed effect.
Yes.
Your 2 stuns, but also amplifies or does more damage if you've got a bleed on
Yes,
them.
you get a bonus damage hit when
Yep.
you stun them. You can see that second damage number there.
Yep.
And you heal.
And you heal.
And you get a sustain.
You heal for up to 3 targets, I believe.
And then the 3 also applies a bleed effect as you dash through.
Yes.
If they're bleeding, can you get like 2 bleed stacks if I dash and then claw and then 2? Do I get 2?
No, I was considering that, but it
Too much.
became
Okay.
a
You
lot
don't
of
want to
damage
stack too
if
much.
I
Okay.
if I just let that go. So
And Bethon, we mentioned it's going to be more strength scaling, I guess, in this as
Yes,
well.
there's-
So I guess almost if you're going to play aspect, it might be like you want to go both strength and intelligence, but then also
Yeah.
maybe lean one way over the other if you're going to try and
yeah,
stick
I
to one
kind of
forms.
expect for this aspect a lot of players will probably favor one form. They'll
Yeah.
favor one thing, and they'll want to play that the whole game, and that's totally fine.
Okay.
There's also probably going to be high-level players that play Druid for a part of the game and then swap to Bear.
Yeah,
And suddenly
as the game
they're
goes
doing
on,
something-
yeah.
So there's the flexibility there still. You can still swap. You just have to go to the fountain first. And the ults share a cooldown, so you can't just in the base
Switch
throw
out
2
ult,
ults
switch out ult. Okay.
Yeah.
There was a question. The heal on the 2, is that on gods only or is that also on minions that are bleeding?
It's minions too. Okay. So you get a decent chunk of healing in lane.
Awesome.
protection.
Okay.
sustain.
So got sustain to be able to go solo lane or something like
Yep.
that as well. Okay, cool.
So it lets you solo lane. She's got way more bruiser power, but it also does. The intent here is that.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just going
Well,
to
you-
yell
go ahead.
at chat real quick. Not yell at chat.
Do
it. Chat says, can we see the ult again? Oh, my sweet summer child. The
There-
ult is
there's
different
a
in
new
bear
ult.
form.
Yeah, there's a the third ult. Let's go.
Yeah.
So you can fire your ult. See,
So
just
the ult, it looks kind of big, and like I love the like a little effect. Yeah, I think people can already tell just by that what's probably gonna happen.
you got
here.
3 bears.
I see 3 bears. Audio at the moment, but
Yep, they spin.
yep.
So the way this works,
Yeah,
Bears.
it's a little bit more complicated.
bears appear.
Bears appear. The first time you get hit, they're going to knock you towards the center of the ability.
Okay.
If they ever touch you again, they just do the damage. They don't knock you anymore.
Oh, that's a shame. Why did we take that out, Kat?
Because this was the most overpowered ability we've ever had in playtesting.
I'm sorry.
It was insane. It was just ridiculous.
I will
Yeah.
apologize for that forever.
As for those at home, we do get to playtest this ultimate, right? I had to playtest Sylvanas into this, and let me tell you, getting constantly hit by the bears over and over and run into the middle was not a great experience. Great for one team, not the other.
Yeah. So you
Well,
spawn
bears.
you spawn 3 bears. First time they hit you, they'll knock you. But then basically the center will eventually do damage.
Yeah.
So you can see there it blows up a little bit towards the center. Once the bears reach it. But
just progressively gets
also on the
tighter.
outside, if the bears keep hitting you,
Yeah.
they will keep doing damage.
Okay. So if I
So-
just pop it here, for example,
Yeah. Well, you're gonna knock
they'll keep
them.
getting damage here, though.
Yeah, there you go. Right. So they will still hit you. They just don't do the knockback on the further hits.
So a little bit of CC on
Yeah.
that with the knockback, pulling them towards the center a little bit
Yes.
more, and then additional damage every time they catch you, and at the end they'll also get damage as like an explosion.
Yep. So she's
Amazing.
got- so, I actually, Kellen did show me the dragon of this last night. I guess it didn't make the build, but it is pretty sick.
It is. I mean,
And-
the audio that was just temp, I guess, was also really good too. So.
Yeah, the temp audio was like just me throwing in a bunch of her old sound
Yeah.
effects, and it was very loud.
So 2 forms then with the aspect of
Yeah.
like what do you
it's
want to
almost
do?
2 aspects in one.
Yeah.
You know?
So
With the
Both
Baronado.
are going to bring slightly different things to the battlefield. I feel like, you know,
Yes.
obviously bear form, a little bit more damage. Obviously, you're going to be up in their face a lot more
Yeah.
for the most part, and bring, I guess, some different forms of CC compared to Druid form. Druid form is going to be a little bit more stop people positioning, getting close to your carries on routing them from range, but also giving sustain to your team.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The intent here is you have the base form, which it's old Artio.
It's
She's
Artio.
still the bruiser.
Classic
She's still
101. Yep.
very CC heavy, very lockdown heavy. She gets in your face, cripples you, keeps you there for a very long time. And then in aspect, you've got more of a ranged enchanter focus, more support healing focus, and then more of a bruiser focus with
Yeah.
less CC on both of them. So
Crazy. Yeah, this was an undertaking, Caps, to be honest. And I think when we saw it coming, we're like, we're really doing this? We're really going to split it apart?
Yeah, this really was, you know, one of those rare situations where the calendar made something like this possible, and it was just too cool of an idea to not follow up on.
yeah, you give me a bear, I'm gonna cook.
When making
Okay.
aspects, we are limited to keep the same core animations. Titan Talk 2025. We did keep the same core animations, actually.
It's just a bear running.
We added 2 new animations. There's a difference there. That's what I'd say.
Yeah,
Oh, somebody says
lot
berry
of-
go round. That's a good line.
Berry
Berry
Go
Go
Round is a good
Round.
name for it. That's a good caster ability. Here we go. The Berry Go Round.
yeah, we for this it was very much we had the time, and surprisingly a lot of it is stuff that we were able to do on the design side.
Yeah.
A lot of the art we could share, right? So we did still have to do effects, obviously, like the bears can't look. Otherwise they would just be bears and they just run at you and it would be look normal, but so we had art support, but a surprising amount of it is stuff that we can do. Right? We have a bear model. I can make the bear models move and run. I just can't add the animation that makes sense for it. So
It looks really good. And it's been very entertaining to play, and I'm excited about a lot of the fans getting the hands
yeah,
on
I've had
this
fun with it, but
for
it is
PTS too,
it's
so.
been a little tough to balance in our playtest because we've had 3 different gods essentially to
variation.
work
I
with,
think
but-
we've actually been churning through a lot of different gods just lately. Every single
Yeah.
playtest seems to
Yeah.
be another 1 or 2 that are on the list. I'm just going to bring us out of this game, though.
Go check out the
So we
Ascension
can show
Pass.
the
Oh,
stuff.
you're
Yeah.
did you have the Slack?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
But
Sorry.
I
Is there a
can,
reason to give her a physical shield compared to a magical shield? Mostly, I didn't want her to be like a crazy, like anti-everything
Yeah.
support.
That makes sense.
Right? So you pick her and she's better against a physical hunter. I wanted to give her like a reason to be picked to counter people, not to just be like, oh yeah, she's good against everyone all the time.
Yeah.
So
If it's too much work, you don't have to do this.
Oh no, we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
I was doing multiple things at the same time.
we gotta.
Because then we can go straight into that. I believe.
Are we showing that? Is that the plan?
Showing what?
Showing what?
Oh, okay. Well,
do you even know what we're showing?
I think I do. Am I?
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to say, Brandon D's B70. You're wrong.
He's got D's. We really just chose this person. We've got D's in the name. I'm like, man, who liked this? Was it himself? Who liked this?
This showed up.
Who liked
This was a comment on one of our old Titan Talk YouTubes. I thought it was hilarious because we were already playtesting this aspect, thing, because I had teased bears, right? And Minecraft Loves Steve basically guessed like kind of what we're doing with the aspect.
Almost.
Yeah, pretty close, right? And this guy's like, that's too complex for Hi-Rez to do. I'm like,
too creative.
But
Caps, I guess you are too creative.
But I didn't lock you into bear form. I gave you both forms.
That's overly creative.
Anyway,
Crazy.
It made me crack up when I saw it, and I was like, I have to roast this guy just a little bit. So apologies if you don't like being roasted. But
okay, now moving on indeed. Let's head over to, if I can get there, the mastery tracker for Artio. Have a little look at that and see how that's coming along.
Yeah.
Hey.
So to start things off, if I click the right thing as usual, the mastery emote, you get the shadow version.
Ooh.
That's
actually really cool.
Something to note, I don't know if the God Lobby shows this off well, but her bear forms are also recolored.
Yeah, I don't know if I can, maybe it'll switch if I just hover here for a moment.
Yeah, I don't think it does, which is
Maybe
unfortunate. But
so there's Artio there. You also get the I am bear. I guess that's what you're in bear form.
I am bear. It's how long you spent in bear form.
So I mean, if you just play aspect version of Artio.
Well, if you play aspect bear.
Aspect bear for the entirety of your career, get to level 2, you go really high on that. The clap. Slightly side as usual. Objectives destroyed is the next tracker. God assist along with some diamonds you'll get at rank 3. Rank 4 will be gods tapped out. We're into the 3. Okay.
Yep.
Clever naming.
Artio has rooted an enemy god. Next up is the Onyx version. The black and gold looks really good there too.
Yeah.
Little look at that. Oh, the back art looks great too. I do want to see them in bear form as well.
Yep.
Opal,
the bear forms look really cool, actually.
Yeah.
I will do my best while you guys talk in a second. I'll jump in game and see if I can.
Yeah,
pull
see
them
if you
up
can
for
swap.
Yeah. Really going above and beyond for you all today. That's how I feel. The Titan Opal version, as we mentioned. This is temp anger management. I'm not sure how temp it is. Oh, okay.
It's
getting
pretty,
that.
pretty close to done. Yeah.
Nice. Then we have the wave. If I turn around the right way, she's going to be waving backwards. The bear is the god's title that you'll get from this.
Bear.
Alongside God Kills at rank
We're all bears
9.
here.
And then at rank 10, you'll see the badge there. No bear in the badge at the moment, chat. I'm just waiting for the complaints. Why is there no bear there? Yeah. But we also have Radiant version.
Ooh, Radiant looks good.
Looks really good too.
I love like the different versions of the plaid, like making them work in the different color schemes.
And her staff energy too it changes color with each one.
And I believe shapeshifting is still being worked on.
Yep.
Always the last thing.
It's
always the last thing that ends up doing. I was like, just double check. And obviously you'll get diamonds for hitting 225 there as well. What else do we have, Kilgun?
I think most of the other stuff we have to actually talk about today is skins. Because
showcase those.
I was just going to go into like just the traveler section and just show off the stuff that we have coming.
Sounds good.
Because we don't have, again, because this is a short patch, we're still kind of,
working through it.
I was going to mention for PTS starting tomorrow, the plan currently is that Newt will be available in her base kit form. She's still early. The FX aren't done yet. I know her hair is not done yet.
Yeah.
So we're not going to show her off on this stream because people just
Is
take
it from Newt?
screenshots and Newt. Yeah.
Okay, I did get some notes from Pon, which I can go over later,
Okay.
just of things that he's willing to let people know about, of like the +1s and stuff.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that now? Or?
We can come back to that. Let's
Come
do
back
the
to
other
it.
stuff
Okay.
first.
Okay, but she will be playable in PTS tomorrow, but not the aspect, I believe. Just the
Correct.
Yeah, just the base form.
I believe so, yes.
And then we have some skins that we can show off. So
Where
whenever,
we starting?
Let's start off
Pick a god name that you'd like to showcase.
with Danzaburo.
That's the one I'd had on the screen. Let me tell you, chat, this one.
I love this skin, actually.
This is great.
I think I saw it for the
This
first time
is-
today. Polar Prankster.
Polar Prankster Danzaburo. We figured we needed more bears in our
Yeah.
bear patch.
Yeah, it's the bear patch.
I love it.
Some of these, I believe, are here.
Yeah,
They might
they're
be
all
final
there.
function-
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's also the Cocoa Prism.
Cocoa Prism. Okay. What else we got?
The Snow Day with the goggles.
He did the goggles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gold backpack.
And then potentially my favorite, the Gummy Bash.
The gummy.
He's
bash.
a gummy
The
bear.
gummy bear.
My goodness.
It's so good.
He is.
This comes with a candy for the
the peppermint candy's part of the event.
the Yule Fest event, so you'll get candy from it. And it also comes with an announcement pack.
Okay, awesome.
So it's
He's so cool.
It's a pretty cool skin. It's a cool new. This is a unique new to Smite 2 skin.
Yep.
This is dev, so pricing is not correct. Don't take anything that you see on screen as gospel. As given by all the temp words you see on there.
Tap PTS.
But I think that this is a really cool new to Smite 2 skin with some really cool prisms. That is a fun twist on what we can do for the holidays.
Awesome. What else we got?
Next,
Never end.
we've got. Do you want to do? We'll do the less exciting one first.
Okay.
Athena.
Athena. Okay.
So previously we did the Mystic Guardian skin, classic skin with the prisms.
Yep.
As we've done with a couple of the other classic skins that we did prisms for earlier on, we're turning this into a Traveler in this update. So if you own any of the prisms, you will get the Traveler, and if you don't, then you'll be able to buy them as part of a Traveler. This comes with comes with the 4 prisms, including the one that was previously the bundle exclusive, and which I don't even remember which one it was. It might have been the other one. I don't know. Anyway.
I think it's the second one.
I
think it's
think
the second one.
this one is the one that
Was
is
it?
newer to this.
I don't
from
know.
memory, because I have got this in the account, so I'm guessing.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
it's the
Maybe
first
I'm
one.
wrong. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
Anyway, but yeah, a lot of people didn't even know this existed because it was kind of buried. So now
Yep.
it's got its own Traveler.
Okay.
There also is a tracker that's included in this that's new, which is the distance to aid. So the total amount of distance you traveled with Athena ult, which is kind of
Okay,
a cool tracker,
cool.
in my opinion. And it comes with
And the candy.
Candy. So if you previously had bought one of these prisms, you're just going to get a free candy.
Awesome.
Cool.
Or if you go in the game now and buy a prism, technically you'll get this.
Oh no,
right?
you're taking advantage of us by giving us your money.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah. Next,
Next,
we have a 2-pack.
the 2-pack.
A 2-pack.
A 2-pack.
Which is really more like an 8-pack. We were trying to figure out what skin
Yeah.
we should do for Osiris.
Sure.
We need a good Osiris skin, right?
Sure.
And we kept coming back to the Black Knight, White Knight. I don't remember what their actual names are.
Noble and black, I believe. was
Noble and Black.
Yeah.
And we were like, well, maybe we'll just pick one of them. And then we're like, nah, we got to do both of them. And then we're like, oh, maybe we got to do prisms for both of them. So we just got a ton of different versions of the Knight Osiris here that look pretty sick. The way the metallics turned out, I think, are just like pretty fire.
Noble Knight, you'll get base for purchasing, and you'll also get basic purchasing the Black Knight.
Yeah.
They're the two ones that come with it, alongside the peppermint
And again, just the
candy
metallics on both of those look so good. I'm not even.
They look really good, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking this morning. I'm not sure if it's going to come with 1 peppermint candy or 2.
Okay.
We'll let you know for sure on Monday. But we're still working out the final
Sure.
pricing on
And
stuff.
pricing TBD.
Yeah. But you get both of those base forms, and then you get some really cool prisms, 3 prisms for each of those. So
Well, I'll show titles first, real quick. Noble and Dark,
Yeah, 2
surprisingly,
titles.
that goes with it. And then we'll go for the Noble side first. So we got Golden Word.
dude, I mean,
He looks great.
This is
Yeah.
like one of my favorite.
He gives me
so
a little
good.
bit of a Lannister vibe. That's what I get from that.
Okay.
For some reason, just because of the reds.
I'm getting.
That's what I'm
There's something Warhammer Age of Sigmar that I'm getting.
Yes.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I
I can
remember
see that. I can
Yeah,
see
I like it.
Warhammer stuff. Next up will be the Emerald Oath.
Yeah. I think green is criminally underrated, and my guess is that this will be the worst seller because nobody buys anything that's green. But
Interesting.
I love green stuff. Fun fact about me, I especially like green guitars. I own like 3 green guitars.
Why specifically guitars?
Yeah.
I play guitar, and
Well,
like
sure.
I think guitars look cool in green. Nobody uses green guitars.
And then there's also the Noble Knight Holy Vow as well. Almost like a radiant version.
Yeah.
Is how I would describe that. Yeah. That's a look at the Noble side. Then we'll look at the Black Knight side. Black Knight first one is the False Word.
Yeah.
And the purple and blue. Mm-hmm. Very nice. Alongside a Toxic Oath, another green
green
skin.
one. I didn't tell them to make green skins,
The
but
toxic version of it.
yeah, I think they both look really good. And then this last one, I think, is probably going to be the best seller.
The Bloody Vow.
Bloody
Oh yeah, he's
Vow.
been at war.
He has been
He's been
in
playing
a fight.
chivalry.
He's been
That's what
fighting.
I'm feeling.
Yeah, and I think he is pretty sick. One thing that we also did on these, I don't know if
Slaughterhouse.
chat noticed, but they're named to be kind of like mirrors of each other. So there's a vow on each side. There's Holy Vow and Bloody Vow. There's Toxic Oath and Emerald Oath. And then there's False Word and Golden Word.
Okay.
So really cool prisms. And it also comes with, did you show the word already?
Nope, I was saving that for last because I saw this and I was like, we're really doing this? But then I've seen the Bloody Vow skin. It kind of makes sense.
Yep.
New word of also part of this. The Bloody Bunny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason was like, I need to make this. So we have the Bloody Bunny word skin.
Just so you know, in the future, Changa aspect will be play as the bunny that does this. Will be the play. That would make the most sense.
Yeah.
You become
Just
the
a
bunny.
rabbit.
That,
You just
that would be
play
a
as
fun
the
spin.
rabbit running around the map. But yeah, a Bloody Skull Ward trophy there as well. Obviously, it comes with the peppermint, and obviously, as Kilgore mentioned, maybe comes with more. And the price is TBD on that one.
on all
just
this
yet.
stuff.
Where are we going next?
We got one last thing to talk about
we?
today, which is the reward skin for the Yule Fest event will be in this update, which is the Scylla Snow Day.
Let me find that. Do. Scylla Snow Day.
Yeah. Anyway, I think
double check.
everything.
There
There
you
we go. Okay.
All right.
Scylla Snow Day.
Yeah. So, an update of the beloved Snow Day Scylla skin from SMITE 1.
Yeah.
Comes with it does. Oh, can you go to the Travelers actually? Oh, you can do it
Don't
there.
know
That
if
works.
it's in the Travelers.
Yeah,
I was looking, but I'm indefinitely not.
It's fine. We can look here.
There's a Black Ice version.
Yeah, it comes with the Black Ice Prism, the Fall Harvest. I really like this one.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Autumnal.
Yeah.
That's cute. Fall Harvest, and then there's Minty Fresh, another green one.
Yeah.
Every time I see green now, I'm like, Kilgore.
I literally don't ask for colors. I'm just like, do what looks cool.
Cranberry Queen.
I like the Cranberry Queen. It's kind of like a little bit more evil.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
A little bit warmer. Awesome.
Yeah, but these I think turn out pretty sweet. This is your free reward if you get to 6 candies.
On the peppermints. Yep.
As a reminder, you can get 2 free peppermints. One of them is on the Wandering Path. The other one is as part of the Advent calendar.
Yep.
And then the other 4 you would have to get through buying Travelers. But there are like a bunch of different price Travelers. We have one more patch of Travelers that are part of this event as well. So if you're not quite at 6 yet and you're like, I want to see what else is out there, like you can. Obviously, we prefer that you like these and you give us money. But if you don't, that's okay. So we do have another patch coming of more skins to fill this out. So lots of options out there to get to 6 if you do want this Scylla skin. And what you actually get is you'll get a Traveler that includes, like, basically you can unlock the prisms. The base skin is automatically unlocked when you get the Traveler, and then you can get the prisms once you get to 6 candies. So
amazing.
And then if you go over 6, I think you get like free chest rolls. So I mean, you just kind of get more free skins. So keep on buying if you want to.
Yep.
That's enough shilling for one episode. Is there? I think that's everything that I have to actually talk about today because we are a little bit early.
Yes.
But starting tomorrow, PTS, I don't know what time. Kabir will tweet about it and probably retweet it from the SMITE Game account on Twitter. So keep an eye on Twitter if you're
Should be
interested.
the plan.
We will have Artio, Newt, and these skins and whatnot available to playtest, as well as the new assault lighting, and new conquest ground textures, and maybe some other stuff.
Did we want to say anything about Newt?
Yes.
Yes.
Considering?
I guess I'll just put her in practice real quick for a
I'm
second.
not sure what, Pawn wants to
I mean, if she's going to be in
better.
PTS anyway. He just gave me some notes. But obviously, early in development for Newt at the moment. Bear with me. Oh, my God. There's all these last-minute things that came in. I'm like, I was so prepared for these shows sometimes. And then it's like, we want to do all these things. I'm like, no. Okay. I don't think she has audio, but maybe it's just me. Here's a little look at Newt early on.
And like we said, hair in particular is not done.
She's not finished yet. But I'll just quickly showcase the quick abilities you'll be able to see in game. And this is where it's further along than I thought. But
Yeah,
at the same time,
obviously
you can see
still
the
not.
Yeah, there's
ultimate
still
sound.
temp there.
Yeah.
And even some of these effects that you may think are done are, probably still work in progress, right?
Yeah.
This is just where we are in the process to be able to get it onto PTS so that you can give us feedback on the gameplay at this point, because that's what we care about right now.
So there's a look at her, first of all, and then I will quickly just bring up the notes that Pon left me just to quickly go over. So too long didn't read is what this was. She does magical damage now. Her kit changes based on strength or int. Specifically, her flux is in flux. It behaves different based on which is higher. Stellar flux equals strength, and it works like current. It now no longer falls off at once and it decays one at a time, gained on ability hits. And the astral flux is intelligence based and it doesn't decay. It is instead spent on abilities to deal more damage and apply bonus effects gained on attack hits. Additional things, some cleanups for feel have gone through on this character as well. Convergence, the one animation actually plays, is a little bugged in Smite 1 and we feel it was a little bit quite glitchy at times, so we've looked to clean that up in Smite 2. The third ability, the warp, should be a little bit less disorientating and each bolt applies higher damage on the first hit, but subsequent reduced, so it is better as an AoE or offense ability. Skyfall, the ultimate, has had a camera and timing pass, giving you a better view of chunking down a crazy orb of doom, but still being able to follow up. And she starts the game with 2 ammo charges over her convergence to help her first wave / jungle camp clear. Final note was Aspect won't be on, but I can spoil it. Aspect won't be on, but you can spoil her flux changes again to cosmic flux, which will have its own things going on.
Cosmic.
With abilities gaining support utility at the cost of scaling, losing out on the other flux benefits. That's the notes Pom gave me to leak.
That's way too much to spoil.
A lot of
stuff.
spoiling.
So
He should have just done a one word.
I asked for a really stuff. Yeah, just bears. Yeah, not
Cosmos.
no,
Stars.
Geb's happy.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a little look at Nut. You'll be able to see her in game, but obviously it's early days. And I do want to remind people, really, it is early days for her. I saw complaints when Sylvanas was in a PTS. I'm like, man, he's so. And then since release, everyone's been fantastic.
Yeah. And I think that one of the reasons why Sylvanas turned out really well, right?
You got the PTS early.
We got early feedback from PTS. We were able to clean up the things that weren't working quite properly. Even still, there were a few things that we, didn't find until it was live, right? The weird pull breaking, if you got rooted by another Sylvanas right as you were pulling, there's always a few edge cases that are really hard for us to find in our internal playtest or even in the amount of matches that happen on PTS. So we, as much feedback as we can get, the better. And, we just keep making things better and try and make a good game.
Amazing. So we're at the point in the show now. We're 50 minutes deep already, but we had more to cover, I guess, than expected. But I guess with an aspect that is actually two different aspects in a weird way.
It was a lot.
It does a lot.
Do you want to show like one of the you're on it? Okay.
As I'm stalling talking to you guys, I'm literally trying to get the unlocks going here for that.
You may be able to do it through.
I think I just switch class once I'm in as well, is what I was thinking. Okay. So, real quick, just for the Artio stuff that people wait to see, here's the shadow version that we were able to showcase the bear form. You can see the bear form.
Yeah, shadow bear.
That's cool.
Shadow bear version. I'm pretty
They've
sure.
also you can, if you like swing with your auto attacks, they've got new weapon trails.
Yeah.
The purple claws.
Yeah, it matches.
Yeah. So and that's traditionally been what we do for these mastery skins is they get recolored autos, but not the effects. The ability.
I don't remember if we planned to do some recoloring of the bears, like the talent.
You could from the tab menu turn on the talent and see.
Oh, the aspect.
Yeah, I think you have to go back to the fountain because you're gonna have the old.
I'll get there eventually.
the way that's set up, if you leave the fountain now, yeah. I don't remember if we decided we could do this, but
let's find out. The real way.
Oh yeah, we did recolor them a bit.
Yeah, okay.
So
audio's still missing on those at the moment, but yep, as we mentioned,
yeah, there is no audio.
Awesome. So let's have a look at the shadow version. At least I can't get to the opal right now.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, obviously there's. The rest of the skins are like this. They all have recolored effects for their autos, and they look really cool.
Yep.
The bear also, all of them have their bear forms done.
What happens if Morrigan ults into aspect Artio? She turns into the form of Artio.
That's a
is.
great
I believe
question.
she copies
Whatever.
Morrigan copies, like your current god inventory, I guess. So she just gets the aspect ult.
So if you're in bear form in normal, I mean, I don't know what Artio did it back then as well, but I guess it would just, you become Artio and can switch.
Yeah,
but aspect should be whatever aspect they're currently in.
Yes, you should get whatever their aspect is. So you should
find out this weekend on
technically,
PTS.
you could swap to Artio, go into the fountain, swap to the other stance, and have the other
and then
ult,
teleport through. Yeah, okay.
You'd waste a lot of your transform time doing that. So,
there's a question. Balance talk on Monday. Probably we'll go through balance stuff on Monday if it's ready. If it's not ready, then some point.
I predict
probably a week from Monday because we aren't going to do a show on Wednesday or Friday next week because holidays. So either we'll talk about balance on Monday or a week from Monday.
I predict you'll see a little bit of balance maybe next Monday, but the majority of it won't come until actually we go live and you'll get to just experience it.
With Newt officially changing damage type, are we planning to change other gods' damage types like Sobek or Geb to physical? I think we don't have those plans at this moment, but we're not necessarily opposed to making those changes at some point if we decide that they're the best thing for the game.
Yeah. It does come down to both feel and just what people would want out of it, right? So.
Artio bear form of voice pack. I never checked that.
We don't.
I expect it would just be gross. It'd be worse than the Camazotz ones. Oh, those pterodactyls.
Yeah, we keep
never again, in my opinion.
It's the reason why we don't do that anymore.
The screeching. It was divisive, that's for sure.
My favorite voice pack though was the Kaiju Sobek, where the reporter is.
We had to rework that.
That was fun. I like that one
though, because I think the initial one people were just very confused about, and we had to make it like pretty explicit that it was supposed to be a reporter.
Yeah. Are you guys planning on making the clan system better in Smite 2 or reintroducing it at all?
I would say that it's something that I would like to do at some point, but in general, we feel like the need for the value of a system like that is lower than it used to be because most friend groups kind of gather in Discords these days, or a WhatsApp chat or, whatever your friend group chats in, right? And the need for like separate in-game friend functions is lower than it used to be. It doesn't mean that they don't have value, but it's just that it's not quite as much value as 15 years ago when Smite 1 was first in development. The way that it was developed for Smite 1 also was an incredibly inefficient way of doing it, which is why we ended up disabling clans for years because like the thing that would crash the server most often if you guys don't remember, Smite 1 used to crash all the damn time. And one of the reasons why it crashed all the damn time was because of clans. Like clans in specific was causing the game to just die. And that's the reason why we had to turn off clans for so long. And then we tried to turn it back on and then it started crashing again. So we turned it back off and we never ended up doing anything else. So we would have to do it completely differently than we did it last time. We aren't sure that it has as much value as it used to have. I think it would be nice to do at some point, but it's just like, with those things considered, not going to be like top of the priority stack.
I relate to these Sylvanas Twitch shop. There's one or two more that have come out this week. For some reason, there was no issues with the Twitch shop last week, but this week everyone was like, can't get the Twitch shop. Please relink your Twitch account to your Smite 2 profile once more. If you still have any issues, contact our support team, and they'll be happy to help you get that fixed. But at the same time, don't be silly and like send it us after you've linked it to a different account and then expect it to work. It's not going to.
There's a question about Artio getting displacement.
Yeah, I saw that one. I added it to her intentionally because it felt really weird getting completely knocked out. We also had to do a lot of extra stuff because Artio, very weird. You wouldn't think this would be a problem, but Artio is the first dash we had in the game that wasn't CC immune already. So I had to add like just a bunch of logic for like, you can't be while you're dashing, you're ignoring slows, but you're not immune to them, so you keep the slow.
Yeah.
But during the dash, you don't, which is like a thing that happens in Smite 1.
Sure.
But we didn't have that in Smite 2. It was just assumed because everybody was CC immune. So a lot of that, I basically in the end, it was an intentional change, but there is more to that dash actually that we had to add when it comes to immunity. So.
Would we be willing to do an Ascension Pass chest so you can get Ascension Passes for slightly cheaper? If you want cheaper Ascension Passes, we do have the option of getting the Ultimate Edition, which includes all Ascension Passes for all gods. I think that's kind of our discount way, so I recommend that.
I also see Setsuna Fairy saying Cupid Dash. To clarify, I mean controllable dash.
Yeah, not just straight dash, not like an Agony dash or a Cupid.
I mean, like you can
an actual
turn.
Controllable one. I guess outside, like, let's just, as an example of that, like Cavalry Charge on Guan Yu Ultimate would have that, but it's already CC immune.
Yeah.
So
or like Mulan ult with
Mulan,
when it's max
we
rank.
made her able to aim, but again, she's immune.
That always, I feel like
Mordred,
sometimes chat's always just trying to catch us out at times. Like, whoa, there was already this dash. How dare you say you've been doing this?
It was one of those things where when I was doing it, we ran into that problem, and I was like, wait, shouldn't we have this already? Like, shouldn't we have already solved this? And I was talking with programming, and we went through and we're like, oh no, this is the first one that does both these things. Is one of our normal movement speed controlled dashes, but isn't CC immune.
Bug report about trackers. Head to smite2.com/bugs and send your bug reports there. It'll get actioned a lot quicker than just typing them in this chat.
Mm-hmm. Can I explain how to get the Snow Scylla prisms? If you get 6 peppermints of the peppermint candies as part of the Yule Fest event, you will get the Traveler, which includes Snow Day Scylla plus the prisms. And then you spend Wandering Market coins to unlock the...
I found the part of the show. So you basically, once you've got the peppermint skin unlocked by collecting the peppermint candies, you will instantly get the Snow Day Skinner. Skinner? I was saying Skinner because of Critical Role. Long story short. There's a character in that, that's all. But then you'll be able to get these Black Ice, Full Harvest, Minty Fresh, and Cranberry Queen as part of your Wandering Market coins. All you got to do is get the peppermint candies, get enough of them to unlock Scylla, and that will give you access.
This is a good question. Weren't there supposed to be some gameplay changes for the Conquest map in this update? Yeah, so we are working on some gameplay changes in the background. Because this is a short update, they aren't quite ready for PTS. I am not expecting them to actually be ready for this update just because the scope of what we were trying to do changed a little bit from when we had the initial deck of what we're doing. But I would expect that for, fingers crossed, for OB25, we will have kind of some Conquest gameplay things if all goes well. So some of the visual stuff did make this update, but the gameplay stuff that we had teased probably looking more like OB25 at this point.
Yeah. Thanksgiving being around the corner, it's kind of like really shoehorned into a box for the time being. But we'll get through it. And honestly, we've delivered a lot in the last couple of months, or just alone the last couple of months. I know
in the last year.
Even you mentioned, like, chat was asking, like, can we do a year in review? And I'm like, I don't think there's enough time on a Titan Talk to go through everything that just happened this past year.
Yeah, when I was doing the Artio aspect, like when I first brought it up and was first like, hey, is this possible? I think
I was there when you started mentioning that.
I had Josh look at me and be like,
really?
Thanksgiving, like you paid, like I was like, look, I can do it. I'll do it. I'll do most of the work here. We'll get it. And I ended up, Pawn helped a lot too. So we pulled more than just me.
You're only giving him credit because he's
team.
in the chat right now. I know. It's the only reason.
But yeah, it was very much like Thanksgiving. I was like, oh no, Thanksgiving does land the week that Artio is locking.
Is due to lock, yeah. So we're kind of a little bit off schedule, but everything should resume as we have been going. But it is already 2:00, so I guess it is time for one more question. Hopefully we can find 1 or 2 more questions to answer before we move on. But PTS should be up, I believe, later on today. Kabir will confirm as usual. As soon as we know, you guys will be able to jump in, test out Artio and the Aspect, and also Newt will be available there as well for a couple of playtests.
Okay, I do have 2 small Conquest things that are expected to be in OE24.
Dun, dun, dun.
They're small, but just so you're aware for PTS tomorrow.
Sure.
Teleports from base teleporters are now canceled automatically if the tower that you are teleporting to is destroyed.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Because there was technically a window of like, if you're already mid-teleport and the tower died, you'd still go there.
Yeah.
So that kind of stops that.
Yeah, so that's no more. Secondly, Pyromancer. We have removed the structure damage that gets dealt to the lower health enemy tower when Pyromancer is slain.
Okay.
So no more automatic
free damage.
Damage. But the Runic Bomb can now no longer be destroyed by basic attacks, and the damage bypasses backdoor protections.
Interesting.
So
you don't need minions there to like throw the bomb down to get backdoor protections removed to do damage, but also you can't stop it from going off.
Yeah.
Is what we're saying there.
Yeah.
However, you're trading that out for not getting free damage on a weakened thing, so you have to go in a position.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's more like if you want to take advantage of this, you have to go do it, and not just I can sit back and turtle and get this objective value for not doing anything interesting. So those are 2 small Conquest things that are going to be in this update just because chat asked.
Yeah. Early findings on Agility Relic in Ranked. Bad or really bad? I think the team's still gathering data at the same time, but from what I've seen, the complaints, the pitchforks have been lowered for the time being, according to what I'm seeing in the community at the moment. People may still be frustrated with it, but at the same time, it seems to be okay. Not as prominent as everyone expected it to be, and destructive towards the ranked scene, is what I'd say for now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm like fully removed from that. I've been so deep in...
It was always going to be a thing.
stuff,
If anything, I think you'll see it more in
haven't caught up with
maybe a
that.
support, maybe a solo laner, but even then you're forgoing other things that could be useful.
I know the other designers are on it, so I'm probably the worst one to have here, though, for
It's
that
fine,
question.
it's
Because I've been
Nick said
stuck
it's fine in
Artio
ranked.
land.
If Nika says it's fine, it must be gospel.
He also says the complainers are bad. That was his words.
But everybody complains, so doesn't that mean everyone's bad? That doesn't work. That's not logic. That can't be the case.
Dude. I'm not going to do it.
Don't
Anyway,
do it. Do
I'm not
it.
gonna
It's
do
too
it.
late now.
No, we're good.
Chat's going to be wondering what it was.
It's a dumb joke I had this morning that nobody thought was actually funny, so I'm not going to do a dumb joke again. Best Thanksgiving dish. What is your? I asked
You asked
last
me.
week, and he was like, I
don't know,
I don't
like-
know. I'm not American.
You have
Thanksgiving.
mac and cheese, man. It's like,
Yeah.
what? No. It's like pasta and cheese, and you call it a gourmet dish. Get out.
Yeah.
And then we
I mean,
rib on
Is there
beef-
anything that's
we
like
rib on
special
beans
to your
on toast,
family, though?
You know?
I'm trying to... I mean, I don't know if there's anything special to my family on Thanksgiving. I think a lot of what we have is very standard.
Okay.
Right? It's like... It's just... We do turkey,
Yeah.
we
Sweet
make
potatoes.
popovers. I guess we do like cranberry popovers, but I think those are probably pretty common too.
Yeah.
I do
sounds
love
good.
those.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Everything I can think of, it's potatoes. We do.
Yeah.
It's all like
Standard.
really standard fare.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But I think if I was gonna pick one, I think like the cranberry buttered popovers. I love those things.
That sounds good. Yeah. We do a lot of like.
Oh, deviled eggs. Someone just said. Actually,
my wife's family is deviled eggs is their like Thanksgiving.
Doesn't
thing.
make sense in my head, but I'm like, I mean, deviled eggs are cool, so why not?
My dad's side of the family is Italian from Italy. So like when they came over, they were like trying to integrate like some Italian traditions into American Thanksgiving. So we've had this tradition for as long as I've been alive. Before that, we make this Italian soup from their region of Italy called treed, which is like it's kind of like broth with like little broken bits of pasta in it, and it's like that is a Thanksgiving dish for us.
Okay.
That's delicious. So that's our Thanksgiving go-to for my weird Italian family.
It sounds good.
It's really good.
Yeah, I'm so standard in comparison to
No,
that. I'm just like,
everything else is standard, but it's like they were trying to get a little bit of the old country into the new, and it worked out.
Okay, that is it for our show today. I will say, though, Pompon did just mention agility rolling in ranked in chat, so I'll just quickly read out what he put there. Very low pick rate. Win rate is with the pack, so, within normal reason. And in casuals, pick rate is down, but not significantly, pretty close still. Win rate only down a touch. So overall, agility relic seems to be Okay. Is kind of the next
He has a couple more things here. He says, we need more time to be conclusive, but early numbers are fine.
Good catch.
And he said, Aladdin has also been neat. Casuals and ranked are much closer now. He is probably overall weak and can be buffed now.
Smiley face. It's like that smiley face just gives me the idea of like he just wants to buff it. That's what I read.
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that are like,
already someone's like, no, please don't buff. Please don't. We've had enough of him terrorizing us for a moment.
Anytime you mention an nerf or buff, you have it's immediate.
Always. Why would you do that?
No, from both sides.
Oh no, I know. There's some clay players are like, why are you buffing it? Why are you nerfing it? And then the end of the spectrum, the deity players are the same way. Chat, thank you so much for tuning in for this Titan talk on the Friday. PTS should be available this weekend to test out Artio and Newt, and then next week we'll be back for a couple more updates on the Monday before we take a bit of a break over the Thanksgiving period. Honestly, test PTS. Let us know how things are going. Give us any feedback you see regarding Artio, regarding Newt, and any of the other changes that you'll be able to see in-game yourself this weekend. Thank you so much for all tuning in, and we'll see you all on the battleground. Goodbye.
Thank you, everybody.